more on that, or are you gonna wait until?
I just want to tell you thank you.
Yes, ma'am, thank you.
you.
All right. All right, that brings us to Mr. Alford's.
Request a motion to table this for now, something at a later date.
All right. Do we have a motion to table item 5B?
So move.
Have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
Second, all right. And any discussion, questions? All right, all in favor to table item 5B? Aye? Aye. Opposed, like sign? Motion 5B is tabled. All right, Mr. City Manager.
All right, got a couple things to talk about, happened to us in the last week, just to make everybody aware. I'm sure a lot of people saw some things. We had a major water break on Duval and Walker, which brought the pressure of the town down to a very close point of having to boil water. We lost about 500,000 gallons in that situation. And then once we repaired that or stopped the flow of the water, the pressure came back up in the city. The fact that we have antique pipes, I mean, that's what I'm getting at. We probably should have done what we need to do now 35 years ago. We're constantly repairing leaks all over. During Christmas on the Square was probably a very good thing that we closed off 90 and 129 because a pipe broke there, which caused a cavern about 9 feet deep and about 9 or 10 feet around in 129 and 90. Fortunately, it was during the time of Christmas on the Square. We did ruin a lot of kids' fun by shutting down the snow slide because the asphalt buckled underneath the slide, and we felt that maybe there's a sinkhole going to form there, and for public safety reasons, that's why we shut it down. After the event was over, we went out the next morning and noticed that there was a lot more water coming out of the road to the east where the buckling was. So we determined we needed to dig there and look for the problem. We realized that the actual water leak was there. So Sunday morning we opened it up and there was a cavern. I mean, a big one, big as a Volkswagen basically, underneath the road right there. So fortunately we'd shut the road down and we had no issues. We dug it out and we patched it. We put a clamp on the pipe and the pressure's back up in the city. But through those two events, we probably lost over 1 million gallons of water. I made a joke today at water management meeting that we're doing our share of aquifer recharge. You know, a joke there, but we lost about 1 million gallons. So we're constantly fighting this effort of just patching. We have to figure out a way to get the money for the infrastructure. Now these new pipes that we get, these PVC pipes, they have a 100-year warranty. So if we can start replacing, and I'm going to come up with a plan this spring, that I've got to go to Tallahassee and present a plan. I've already requested all the work orders just in the short time I've been in office to take to Tallahassee with me, because most of the work orders, and Michael will tell you, and so will JL, that in the last 6 weeks, almost every work order we've had has been a leak. Nothing else. It's just been leaks popping up like Ms. Gladys talked about. And we can't continue to live like that. You can't ever catch up and be proactive and do the right thing for the city if you're constantly putting Band-Aids on things. So I'm going to do my very best to go to Tallahassee and basically become a lobbyist and do what I can to get infrastructure money. There's federal and state money to get. It's just knowing how to get it, but also making sure people hear me. The squeaky wheel gets the grease, and I'm going to be talking pretty hard. So we have a lot of issues in town. I do want to make a correction. I had research done during a 5-minute recess. The winter wheel cost of engineering and paving was $975,000.
All right, no problem. Fact check.
So, so y'all know that. So it's very expensive to pave roads, and I know Tommy wants to see some things done, just like I do. We're just so busy trying to mitigate the issues that spring up every day. JL, what was the one day that we had, I think, a dozen calls all over town for leaks? It was in one day.
At a minimum.
Yeah, at a minimum. So that's what we're doing. We're just running around, just mitigating leaks. We'll never get caught up and never get ahead and never improve the infrastructure in Live Oak until we do big projects. So that's my goal in the spring, or from now till all is to try to get a plan in place and get the money in place to do what we need to do. And really that's, if you got any more questions of me, you can ask me after the meeting, but I just want to let you know about Thursday and Friday, and Saturday and Sunday. JL and I and Michael we were all enjoying our weekend right there at 90 and 129. And got to see the bricks that used to be underneath the asphalt, Anyway, that's really all I have. Unless you have questions of me, you can probably ask me after the meeting. Now we need to start on what we have on the agenda here, discussion for council action on the bid for RFP 07-2024 recreational trail lighting fixtures.
All right. Mr. Jason, Curry.
Okay.
Excuse me, one thing before Jake gets started, lighting fixtures comes to mind. We've got multiple lights in town that are down or out. Even FPL has lights that are out. We have electrical issues within the town, and FPL knows their problems, and we also know our problems. We will not have decorations up this year because we don't have very many poles that actually work, and the ones that are standing are not really working. So I'm not going to ask Swanee Valley Electric to come in and spend all that time putting up decorations that won't even light up at night. So just to let you know, if you have questions about that, I've already had an email about we're going to have a dim Christmas. Yes, we are. But these lights are on back order. JL's already got them on order, and it's hard to get almost anything now. And we're going to order these these lamp posts and put them all in when we get them. And we're going to do the very best we can, which goes right along with the beautification of Live Oak. Christmas time, we all love to see the lights. I do too. But this year, we're not going to see them, just to let you know. So sorry to interrupt.
No worries.
Well,
Yes.
I'm going to interrupt Larry. You're a Grinch.
Glad you said it, not me. Yeah, so just for this item, to remind you, this is $200,000 grant that we got for the city for Heritage Trail to extend